I'm here with Calvin Hayes. How you doing, Calvin?
What's happening, brother? How are you?
I'm good, man. Um, so before we get on to your last fight, let's speak about your first bout. You had three pullouts and a last minute replacement, so not much you could do there. But you did get given Harry Brett. So how do you think the fight went? Obviously, you did lose, but there's not much you could do with the circumstances.
Yeah, Harry, he was a very credible opponent to be going in for my first ever bout with, considering he has plenty of experience with the amateurs and with other fights and stuff like that. You see, before that fight, I was mainly training, we'll say 3 weeks, properly training 3 weeks, and went in there. I still did my best, and I held my own. I didn't get knocked down. I didn't get the living life whooped out of me. I still I still threw back, still
Yeah,
held my own, and done what I could possibly do in that time frame, I suppose.
yeah, definitely. Now we'll move on to you win. You defeated um Roberts, Kyle Roberts, also known as Mr. Boxing Scene. Great win. I did watch it myself. Talk me through what happened and was you happy with your performance? I know you won, but was there anything you took away which you think, you know,
It was kind of in a sense of like now that I look at it from a third person perspective, I didn't really go in there to box. I went in there to fight, you know,
yeah,
because at the same time, like I flew over from Ireland with just one of my boys. I obviously knew a few of the boys over there, Jays, Dino, Trends, Rich, all fucking legends, by the way, may I add. But other than that, I was on my own in front of this big crowd, and I don't know how many people were there for him. So it was in a sense of I just kind of blacked out, and I just went in there and I got the job done.
how was it to fight in Cardiff? Because I know obviously you're from Ireland, you mentioned flying over, so not your crowd. So how was it? Was you nervous?
Yeah, I was nervous enough, I must say, because the possibilities are endless at the end of the day. There could be someone mad in that crowd from his side of the family. They come in, hit me a slap a crowbar
Yeah.
halfway through the second round, you know what I mean? But I don't know, it's just kind of the fear of the unknown when you're stepping into something like that, especially in Cardiff, because they're a very good audience, we'll say. They love their hometown and they love who's fighting for them, you can tell. And to be honest, it was it was scary. But once you kind of started watching a few fights and watching how the crowd were going, you start getting more used to it, getting more of a feel to it, and you're like, right, at the end of the day, there is a shit ton of people here, but they're all outside the ring. It's only you, the man you're facing, and the ref inside that ring. That's all you need to really focus on in them sort of situations.
Yeah, definitely. And Kyle actually called you out. I saw in your description Kyle called you out, so what was it like? Obviously, did you have beef with him before or
You see, the thing is, me and Kyle, we're in a sense, we're friends in a sense. We obviously have to put our
yeah.
friends aside for the fight. I remember I was just chilling on my phone, I was scrolling down. I just see a little picture of a leprechaun. I'm like, hold on a minute. Then I see Boxing Scene's name, and then I see him tagged. I was like, right then, no hassle. I'll have a straightener off you. I'll fly over and punch you around. And I did exactly that.
Was you looking for a fight with him or was it just random?
it was random enough now, I must say. Like, if you asked me after Rising Stars won, would I ever fight Mr. Boxing Scene? I'd turn around and I'd say, no, he's a good chap. I like him. But at the end of the day, that is the sport. Sometimes you're going to have to fight people that you genuinely like. But
Yeah, yeah.
if you want it, you want it at the end of the day. You can't let anything get in between you and that victory if that's truly what you want.
Yeah, definitely. And obviously you're coming up to your third fight now. You got anyone in mind or
Ooh, have I got anyone in mind? I'd like Jiffy to get the finger out of his arse and finally face me. He's been running, he's been ducking, he's hiding. Every day I'm calling him out on Twitter saying, at Jiff2K a bitch. And I'm going to keep on doing that until he steps one foot into a ring with me. Because, he was saying all this and that leading up to the fight. And then, what was it? The fella pulled out of the fight because he broke up with his board. Would that not give you more motivation to go in and just start thumping people around, no? That fella would have rather sit at home listening to Joycelyn Flares of Triple X with his box of tissues than actually come out and step into a ring like he's supposedly known for. Aside from Jiffy, I genuinely don't have anyone in mind. Anyone can get it. Anyone that's 70 kg can get it,
yeah, is that a Rising Stars or just any platform? You don't mind?
I'd love to expand to different platforms. Now, UCC, I like. I'm kind of love hate with UCC. You know, I had a bad experience with them, but I like what they're doing in my hometown, and I like the people that run
Yeah,
it. You know, but I'd be more than happy to expand to different promotions. Don't get me wrong, I'll never forget my roots, and I always pick DKM Plush over anything else really because it's my home. I step in there, I feel at home more than anything. I feel like I'm back in Tala when I'm chatting to the boys from DKM. You know, there's a certain connection there that'll never be broken, no matter what promotion I fight on in the future.
yeah, definitely. And you mentioned Jiffy, you want to fight him, so predictions for that fight?
Predictions for that fight. He's going to come in swinging windmills, and I'll do the exact same thing I did to boxing scene in the fourth round. You see, with boxing scene, he likes pressure. Like, for example, he was fighting Cal Frostone. He was just running forward and swinging. There was no real technique. There was no real, like, in, out. He was just swinging. So I studied that, and I took that into account for the fourth round of our fight, because when he came swinging, I had the answer from him. I just stepped back, uppercut, left, right. He was stumbled then. You do anything you want from then on. That's exactly the same thing that happened with Chiffy. He can't box, he can't fight. He has a good physique, I'll give him that. But what good is your physique when it's lying on the floor, mate?
Message for Jiffy if he does step up for the fight and take it.
Best of luck, buddy, because me and you both know no matter how many contracts you sign, no matter how much shit you're going to talk online, you won't actually step in, mate. You'll come up with another excuse like, oh yeah, this Tinder thing I met 2 weeks ago, and then these goldfish fell down the stairs, so I can't fight you. That's the sort of excuse you'd be coming up with.